Hello. Let's try to understand what is node, what is cluster, what is cluster node, what is Hadoop cluster, and Hadoop cluster node, and Hadoop cluster size. So what do you mean by node? A node is nothing but a terminal or machine. Okay. Suppose this one, node 1. Okay. Node 2. Sorry. This is node 3. This is node 4. Okay. Put this node in Bangalore location, BL. Let's say. So let's say this node in Hyderabad location. Suppose let's say this node is in our Delhi location. Each and every terminal, this is known as, or each and every machine is known as a node. So, what is a cluster? What is a cluster node? Whenever all these nodes are connected to a common and dedicated network, then it is called as a whenever each and every node connected to a common and dedicated network, then each and every single node is known as a clustered node. Okay. Whenever if they are not connected with a common and dedicated network, it is a normal node only. Whenever it is going to connect to a particular dedicated network, it is known as a clustered node. And group of all the clustered node is known as a cluster. Okay. Are you getting my point? What I am trying to say? Let's say
Dedicated network.
That's what I am going to explain you. Suppose
Okay.
you are going to you are working. You are the suppose employee of a XYZ company. Okay, XYZ company. Okay, and you are working with suppose let's say one of the client. Suppose let's say better you are the employee of a TCS organization. Okay, and you are going to work project called Citibank project. Okay. The moment you are joining this organization, yes, will tell you as a TCS employee. We cannot say you as a city employee. Right? But you are assigned some role and responsibility, assigned a project where you are going to work. we have TCS, one of the client called city. Right? So as you know, each and every organization, they have some dedicated setup. Each and every project, one dedicated setup is there. What is a dedicated setup? It is called nothing but your, let's say, ODC. ODC. Okay. Are the TCS employee. But when you are getting one project from city and you are going to work on behalf of city, then definitely you need the ODC access. Because ODC means Offshore Development Center. ODC means if you are from TCS network, you are not able to connect to the city machine. For that you need a particular permission. That particular permission, will get that particular permission, you can able to connect to the city machine. All those machines run on under a secured environment. Right? Very secured. City want to run their all the business in a secured environment. So this particular business will going to run under the on a secured environment. For that, they are going to provide you one access VPN. What is that? VPN. Under the ODC, you have the VPN section will be there. Okay. From where using the VPN, you can able to connect to the city. That means whoever working under this ODC, they are connected to a secured, dedicated and secure network of city only. Not authorized to access from the city or from the ODC center to access to any kind of TCS information. Except it is dedicated to city only. Right. Likewise, is whenever this node, each and every node are connected to one some common and dedicated network, then only it is known as a clustered node. Whenever these are not connected to a dedicated network, it's a normal node only. Okay. So group of all these nodes which are connected to a common and dedicated network is known as a clustered node. Very clear? Any question on this? What is node? What is cluster? What is clustered node? Out of city, you are able to access to the TCS because you are a TCS employee. As soon as you are enter into the ODC, you are connecting to the VPN. VPN means all the dedicated network. Then you are able to access to the city machine. That means whoever your colleagues is working, they are for this particular city project, they are also connected to the same network that you are connecting to. Right? Suppose Ram, Syam, Gopal, Hari, whoever connected to the city, whoever working in the city project, they are not connecting from the TCS network. They are connecting to the VPN. No doubt, they are working for the TCS. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they are connecting to the VPN, which is provided by the city. Through that VPN, they are connecting to the city machine. Okay. It means once you connected to the VPN, you are not authorized to connect to TCS machine, right? And this is called common and dedicated network. So whenever your node is connected to a common and dedicated network, that point of time it is known as the cluster node. And the group of all cluster node is known as the cluster. Okay.
So one
Whenever
doubt that That common and dedicated network means it's a like middle level connectivity between Bangalore team, Hyderabad team, and a Delhi team, like that one or what?
Yes. Whoever around the world, whoever working
Uh-huh.
for a particular project, they must connect to a common network,
Okay, okay,
right? That is called VPN.
okay.
Using VPN, virtual private network, VPN runs under the secured environment only.
Yes, yes. That one
If,
I know, but in this case, in this cluster and node case, that common and dedicated network is same kind of VPN kind of that
yes,
access.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Token
Yeah.
like
Whenever you are
password.
going to
Okay.
whenever you are going to connect to the particular network, then only you can able to access your project stuff. You can able
Yes,
to
yes.
see your mail. That means
Okay,
your machine is a common and dedicated, as it is connecting to a common and dedicated network through the VPN, that your machine is a clustered node, we can say. Correct.
okay, okay, okay.
Now you're able to understand, right? What is culture and group of
Yeah.
whoever your team, your team is working together and connecting to the same VPN, same network. Then it is another cluster node only. Okay, it is a cluster only. Let's say what is cluster node? Each machine node connected to a common dedicated dedicated network is known as cluster node. Okay, what is cluster? What is cluster? Group of clustered node which are connected to a common and dedicated network is known as cluster, known as a cluster. Okay. So what is Hadoop cluster now? And this is very, very important. You need to understand what is Hadoop cluster. I've told you whenever you are going to install Hadoop, by default it is going to install two major component, right? What is that? One is HDFS, another one is map reduce. Okay. So one is One is HDFS, another one is MapReduce. Let me be this one. Reduce. That means MapReduce. Okay. Okay. So now teach Hadoop clustered code. Whenever each and every machine Hadoop is installed and both HDFS and MR is up and running, then that is called as a your Hadoop clustered node. Okay. What is Hadoop clustered node? Means on any normal machine or any normal cluster, both HDFS and MR means MapReduce is up and run means it is running, then that is called a Hadoop cluster nodes. Any normal cluster. And the group of all such kind of node is known as a Hadoop cluster. Okay. Coach, let me ask you one thing here. Put DFS is running, MR is running. Let's say okay. So now tell me whether these two nodes are is a Hadoop cluster node or not. So, why?
Because this is not passing through a common and dedicated network.
Okay. Apart from this,
What this?
any other idea? Okay.
That's
Okay.
true.
Yeah. Let me tell you what I have told you. Any normal node, particular cluster, try to understand this. In any normal node, in a particular cluster, if that particular node is having both HDFS and MR running, then that particular node is known as the Hadoop cluster node. In any kind of cluster, if both MR and HDFS is running in a particular node, that particular node is known as the Hadoop cluster node. A group of such kind of nodes is known as the Hadoop cluster. Okay, getting me? But whenever we are going to install our Hadoop, by default we are going to get the two major component, two core component. One is HDFS and MR. It never ever come with only HDFS, or it never ever come with only MR. So if HDFS is running in one node, we cannot say it is a Hadoop node or Hadoop cluster node. It's a simple node only, you can say, but we cannot consider it is a Hadoop cluster node. It means in Hadoop cluster node, that node must be run HDFS as well as the map reduce. Both HDFS and map reduce is off and run. Okay. A group of such kind of nodes is known as Hadoop cluster. Next is Hadoop size, Hadoop cluster size. Let me tell you. Very important. This terminology are very important. This is the master node. Okay, master node. In Hadoop, by default, one master node is there. Any number of slave node are there. These are known as slave node. Okay, keep in mind. Okay, slave node. Okay. So, if someone will ask you what is the Hadoop cluster size, that the project that you are working, what is the Hadoop cluster size? Then what will you say? It is a 3 node only, 3 node cluster. It's wrong. Including the master node, you need to tell the number of node is there. Means it's a 4 node Hadoop cluster. The size of a Hadoop cluster size is 4 node only. Any Hadoop cluster, there will be one master node and any number of slave nodes will be there. That means the Hadoop architecture is based on the master and slave architecture. That means single master and any number of slave architecture will be there. And master node runs in their own Java process and slave node run in their individual Java process only. Okay. Getting me? So this point is very important. Hadoop cluster. In any normal cluster, when both HDFS and MapReduce are off and running, then that node is known as, sorry, this one, Hadoop H cluster node. What is Hadoop cluster? Group of Hadoop cluster node known as Hadoop cluster. Okay. What is Hadoop cluster size? Including master node, the number of slave node is known as Hadoop cluster size. Okay. Getting this point? What I have told you. Any doubt on this? What is node? What is cluster node? What is cluster environment? What is Hadoop cluster? What is Hadoop cluster node? What is Hadoop cluster size? Any doubt?
Only one slave is there, or
There will be any number of slave node will be there, but only one master node.
suppose one master node is there,
Only
then
one master node, but any number of slave node.
means okay, for a slave
Yes.
there is a sub slave is there.
Hadoop is based on master slave architecture. So sub slave is not there. Okay. Because Hadoop is by default based on the Hadoop master and slave architecture, and moreover, it's horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. What is horizontal scaling? What is vertical scaling?
Vertical scaling means suppose one system is there. If we add in that system, that is the vertical. Suppose 10 GB RAM is there, we added 2 GB, that
Suppose,
is the vertical.
correct. This is vertical scaling. Okay. We're going to add some node of this. Up to how much extent we can add? In roughly, to understand this one, you will add node likewise. This is vertical scaling. Whenever we're going to increase the number of node, any number of node, gently. I will explain this topic later in the next session. What is horizontal scaling? What is vertical scaling? Okay. Why vertical scaling is more preferable than horizontal? Horizontal scaling is why horizontal scaling is more preferable than vertical scaling. Okay. Means suppose in your laptop it is supposed to be 1 TB. Want to extend? Suppose you are let's say your laptop that you have purchased having suppose 512 GB of RAM. Maximum how much you can extend? 1 TB. 1 TB means another 512 GB you can extend, right? Horizontal scaling means at a time I can integrate. I can so many machines. That's called horizontal scaling. In simple sense, if you are to understand this point. Anyway, that concept we are going to see in the next session. What is horizontal scaling? What is vertical scaling? Then I am going to explain you what is the Hadoop architectures. Then only you can able to understand what is basically, as I've told you one more thing, what is basically design and build. Still, we have not landed into the Hadoop 100%. Keep in mind, because so many stops are there before enter into the Hadoop, to the real Hadoop. It will take some time. Another 2 sessions will be needed. Okay. No doubt, these are the most important concepts that I have explained today. What is node, cluster node, what is cluster, Hadoop cluster node, Hadoop cluster size, all these things you need to understand. Okay. Then you need to understand what is the as a part of data engineering. I've told you, right? What do you mean by data engineering means? Basically, data engineering. Data engineering is a practice or process which basically where basically that's allow us to develop one system, or where we're going to design and build one system. So what is a system then? That point I need to explain you. There is only 2 minutes tax only. Let me show you. Okay. Let me show you. Trying to show you in a very simple diagram. Okay. Okay. You see here, how everything work. Let me show you something. Simple, let's say ETL project. Okay. Yeah, the way these systems are integrated. Okay. Getting the data from here to here. We are sending the data from the warehouse system. The entire structure M one system. System is nothing but a composition of one or more, two or more component. Each and every component perform a partial tasks. It completes a major task. Okay. So what is system? System is a composition of a composition of component and where each and every component perform a specific task to complete the main task. Okay. Big data project. The entire structure. What are the different source system? Live stream, from a RDBMS, a live block server. The way I'm getting the data into the Hadoop environment. From Hadoop environment, I am different way I'm trying to transform and process the data into the downstream. The total structure called as a system. Okay, starting from the data ingestion to data analytics to the visualization. The entire structure called the system. Okay. Any other question? I think we are fine for today, I believe. Any doubt?
Yes, yesterday I missed the class. So that one can you upload
That is already uploaded in YouTube, but anyway, I will go to same things. Yesterday, what happened? I've elaborated so many things in the big data. What is big data? What is Hadoop? All these things I've elaborated. And today, mostly kind of practical things in the Hadoop I have told you. What is Hadoop 1.x to distribution. But anyway, you can get those stuff in the YouTube itself. I already uploaded. And also, I will send you. I will.
this note, this text, whatever note, na, that one also you want.
Yeah, I will share everything. And in Google Drive, I'm going to share everything. So I will
Okay, thank you.
prepare one folder and upload each and every video so that you can go through that one. Download it and go through it. Okay, thanks. I think any other?
No, yeah, thank you.
No from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Stopping classes here.
Uh,
Thanks.